Ancient Africa. Archaeology unlocks the secrets of Africa's past. Ancient Africa. Archaeology unlocks the secrets of Africa's past. Contents. Message from the consultant. Africa is one of the largest and most diverse continents on Earth, so it is perhaps not surprising that the origins of all humankind trace back to it. It now appears that fully modern humans also have their origin in Africa, but that is only the beginning of the fascination of Africa's past. Ancient Egypt and its neighbor Nubia are among the earliest civilizations on Earth, predating ancient Greece and Rome by almost 2,000 years. By the first centuries AD, Africans were part of trade networks that spanned half the globe, north across the Sahara to the Mediterranean and east across the Indian Ocean as far as Indonesia and even China. The continent has contributed its peoples, its ideas, and its goods to world events time and time again. Echoing the words of the famous Roman writer Pliny the Elder, there is always something new out of Africa. I hope this book will provide at least a starting point to encourage readers to dig deeper into the amazing richness and diversity of Africa's past. James Denbo, 2006. James Denbo writes with colleagues at the archaeological site of Tautswemogala in eastern Botswana. Map of important African archaeological sites. Ancient Africa. Four major periods of African history. Early humans. 4 million years ago. Fossil remains of homins, members of the same family as modern humans, dating back more than 4 million years, have been found in southern and eastern Africa. The oldest fossil remains are of the line called Australopithecus. There are several different species of Australopithecus. One of them may have developed into the Homo line from which modern humans are descended. The earliest remains of modern humans have also been found in Africa. These fossils date back at least 160,000 years. This skull of a hominid child is about 1.7 million years old. It was found near Tongue, South Africa. This Nubian pot comes from the city of Kerma in Sudan. Ancient kingdoms, 3100 BC to AD 325. The fertile Nile Valley saw the rise of the ancient civilizations of Egypt and Nubia, Kush, beginning in the 4th millennium BC. East African traders, AD 800 to 1500. In the 9th century, trade began to increase along the east coast as Arab traders made contact. Trading towns such as Manda and Kilwa were established. In the interior, complex societies began to develop. They were linked to the coastal region by a trade network, but they also grew wealthy through cattle rearing and metalworking. This terracotta head from the Nok culture of Nigeria dates from between 500 BC and AD 200. West African kingdoms, AD 500 to 1591. The first millennium AD saw the rise of powerful cities, states, and empires in West Africa. Their wealth was based on trade. The earliest was the Ghana Empire, which flourished from around AD 500. It was well located to take advantage of the trade routes between North Africa and the gold-producing areas to the south. From the 9th century, trans-Saharan trade increased. Arabs trade salt for ivory, ebony, gold, and slaves. Powerful states included Mali, Songhai, and Kanem Bornu. Timeline of African history: 8,000, 7,000. Canada, 7,500 BC, first Saharan pottery. 8,500 BC, first Saharan rock art. CA 6500 BC, domestication of cattle in the Sahara. Ca 6000 BC, domestication of plants in the Sahara, sheep, barley, and wheat. Introduced to Egypt from Middle East. 4 million years BC, early hominids lived in East and Southern Africa. 2.5 million years BC, stone tools made at Hadar, Ethiopia. 160,000 BC, modern humans lived in East and Southern Africa. 10,000 BC, end of the last ice age. The Sahara becomes a grassland. 4,000, 3,100 BC. Egypt becomes a state. 2530 BC, construction of Great Pyramid at Giza in Egypt. 750 BC, Phoenician settlement built at Carthage. 100 BC, camels are introduced into the Sahara, which helps develop trans-Saharan trade. AD 325, Oxamites destroy Nubian capital Meroe. AD 500, Bantu peoples reach southern Africa with iron and cattle. AD 641, Arabs conquer Egypt and spread into North Africa. AD 750, growth in trans-Saharan trade between North and West Africa. AD 800, merchants settle and trade along East African coast. AD 1250, stone central enclosure built at Great Zimbabwe. AD 1520, transatlantic slave trade begins. 1807, slave trade abolished in British Empire. Year 1869. Suez Canal opens. 1870s. European countries compete to colonize Africa in the scramble for Africa. 1957. Ghana is first African colony to gain independence from European rule.